Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results.
So stressful when the world's on fire. Good God. I can't look at this, guys. Like, my strategy is you buy it and you hope that you got a good spot. Yeah, but we all think you're crazy. You don't fight this. No way. The markets are freaking out and you don't think that anything is wrong? Come back tomorrow and I'll lose it all. Should be fun. Good morning, everybody. Sorry, I'm a little bit off because I had an alert last night at work, but I think we're all okay. Anyways, why is it with the microphone is not, well, I usually have it a little bit higher. I moved it down because it was bothering me during work. Now that we're streaming, let's fix that. There we go. That's a little bit better. Anyways, so today is Good Friday and the markets are completely closed. We do have some news that's about to come out. I do want to see what that's going to be. An important piece of news. Let's just pull up the screen. I don't even have all my normal stuff open. But we do get the PPI number here. So I want to see that. It's interesting. I mean, I don't know. I would have thought that they would move it, but I guess not. It does look like I'm getting data. But you can see here, we got the close yesterday at 27.87. And that's it. So I'm going to open up the text to speech here. And I got a little thing that I want to do today. What do we got? So today we're going to try and approximate the dollar index. Do I still have it? No, I don't have it open. Hold on. Thought I was hearing the baby. Maybe I am hearing the baby. I don't know. Is this it? This is it right here. So here's the formula. And I have found some data sources that I think I can use to calculate the dollar index. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be right back. I can still hear it. Must be hearing things. The one thing I find really interesting is this MISF. I didn't know I had access to that. Micro Chinese yuan. That's what it is, right? I mean, I was getting a quote over here, so I would think I would be able to pull up a chart. Please. Was I getting it? No, I still have that one connected too. There's only 69 volume on that one, so maybe it doesn't make sense to do that. Hmm. Yeah, maybe I should go through my other stuff today. Because I did not realize that the volume on that is pathetic. It's so pathetic. But how come I get a quote? It could be just because I don't have data. Let's try the SEK. Hmm. Swedish krona futures. Okay, I do get that. Just not. Not that one. And not this one, huh? Well, we could just approximate that one particular thing, or we could try finding a different data source. Let's see. There are these. We want it in USD, but it doesn't matter. Oh, can I see the CFDs? Nah. Nah. And the Forex one doesn't show up either? Not even end of day? I don't know. This kinetic end of day data is totally useless. Totally useless. Well, wonder what it does. Oh yeah, we should have this like that. Man, that puts a real wrench in what I wanted to do today. Gotta find it. If you have an idea on a better source, if there is an end of day, even if it was end of day, it would be fine. Let's just see if we can find here. NinjaTrader end of day free. So I know there's the kinetic, but see, this guy says he's doing it. I know that there's places like you used to be able to connect it to Yahoo Finance. Well, actually, let's try that.
First choice says, is it possible to use NinjaTrader to trade a TD account? TOS is not very intuitive to me.
I don't think so. I mean, Thinkorswim is not that unintuitive, is it? Ishay Alamuni. Oh, good morning.
Ishay Almali says, hey everyone new to the channel.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us on this, non-trading day. NinjaTrader. I think you can actually. In fact, I think it's like a data source type, right?
Ishay Almali says, all the way from Israel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see right there, TD Ameritrade. So if you have a TD Ameritrade account, you can connect it. I've never done that before. It looks like it's not the same thing as a Thinkorswim account too, because let's try that. No. You do not have access to this platform.
First choice says I'll try when I get home if possible. Thank you.
That's interesting. I know that I can. Well, do I even have it installed here? I do. If I try and start up Thinkorswim, it will have to update because it's been a while. But that might be one way that I could get the data. Let's see, it's installing all these jars. Oh, so you used to be able to do it from Yahoo, and they don't have it anymore. And then they recommend the free live data, which only gives it to you for 2 weeks. Man. It's kind of interesting. All right, I mean, that the account is still there. I don't know why it won't let me log into it over here. You do not have access to this information, blah, blah, blah. But I can log into NinjaTrader. That's so freaking weird. What the heck? So now, I wonder, will it show me... Says cannot find it.
Shemrock says Thinkorswim is the best platform.
It's not the best platform, but there's a lot of nice things about it. Oh, actually, we want to charge right here. There we go. Okay, so it does show me. So that is loading data. So now can I get it to do the dollar index? US dollar futures. We can't find this symbol. Dollar. DXY. Dollar index cash. Aha. That is correct. And it shows the whole extended session too. I wonder if I can get data through my what is this? My Fidelity account. Let's try that.
Shemrock says, is this the first time you're on TOS?
No, I used to use this a while ago. So here's the thing with Thinkorswim. I'll tell you the story. The story of Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim was an independent company. They were brokers. They were a broker, and the thing that they invented, or the thing that made them so cool, was I could come in here and I could do. Let's just do SPY because that's what's so popular. So I can come in here and there we go. And it will show me all of these different spreads. So like I can say in here, oh, I want to buy a condor, and then it will just like set them up for me, and then I can buy them all at once. And if I put in the buy, I think if I do it right here, see it enters in all of the different orders for it. So they come out with that, and did very very well for a long time. And then they got bought out by TD Ameritrade, and they merged them with all of TD Ameritrade's backend and everything, and they kind of ruined the platform. Like,
Shamrock
of
says Tom
course,
Sosnoff's masterpiece.
yeah, of course, the software is pretty much the same thing that it was, but you get issues like, you know, during really important times, you can't connect to it, and this sort of a thing. And it's not very good for futures, which is what I do. I do futures, and for futures, like the commissions that you get and everything else like that, it's just not very good. So these guys, a lot of the guys that made it, broke off and made a new company called Tasty Trade, and they have a similar platform and all of that. So it's kind of like Thinkorswim is a great platform if you're doing options, okay. But if you're trading futures, what'd you get in the bleh, what you get in Thinkorswim doesn't even hold a candle to the platforms that you can get for futures, especially when you start talking about like Bookmap and Jigsaw and all of the level 2
Shamrock says the best charting by
wizardry,
far.
all of the level 2 wizardry that you get. And then when you get into the custom indicators that are available for NinjaTrader, which I would say charting wise, it's probably about the same as it's about the same as Thinkorswim, except for that Thinkorswim doesn't have as good of a language behind it. You just use C# in NinjaTrader. So here's our charts in NinjaTrader, and I have some really complicated charts in NinjaTrader. But so kind of what ends up happening though is that you can go and you can get a demo from TD Ameritrade that is like a full featured, you can trade options and everything, even though it's delayed 10 minutes. And so when new traders come in, they usually go to TD Ameritrade. They usually go to Thinkorswim. And so everybody thinks that like, oh, that's the best platform because that's like that's the best thing that's like most accessible. But once you get into the world of futures, you realize like, whoa, okay. Like go get a NinjaTrader demo. It only lasts for 2 weeks, but the data that you get over there is just hands down better. So that's kind of my spill on that. But the thing that we're trying to do here is I'm trying to get data for certain instruments.
Shamrock says I use TOS for charts.
Oh, sure. And I want to see the CHF. But you can see here, even the future, even the
Shamrock says trade
Forex.
futures.
If you're trading futures and you're on Thinkorswim, I would think about moving because the commissions that you get and everything are not competitive. They're just not, and the service isn't as good as what you get from somebody like AMP with CQG as your data platform, or a bit,
Shamrock says I don't use them for orders.
Or you want to use like you want to go fancy, you go with
Shamrock
trading
says only
technologies.
charts.
Only charts. I don't know. There is some fancy stuff. So one of the things that they got here in let's see if I can put it on here. Studies and study. Oh, they have licensed studies. Wow, so many. Oh, don't they have the delay one? DeMarc or whatever? No, maybe not. I've got Euler stuff. They had these ones that are like heat maps. I'm wondering if I can show. I don't know what a name of one would be. I've made my own before in the past, but they've got these cool indicators that can draw as a heat map, and we could probably duplicate that in um, Ninja Trader. It would just be a little bit of work to do it. It would be hard without live data. Well, actually, maybe not. With the historical data that
Shemrock
we've got
says
in
think
here.
scripts.
Yeah. But ThinkScript is just not as good as C#. Like, straight up, it just isn't. Like on TD Ameritrade, or sorry, in Thinkorswim, I can make like pretty much any standard indicator sort of a thing that you
First
want.
choice says the heat map is under analyze, I'm pretty sure.
Is there one under analyze? No, let's just look one up. I'll show you.
Shemrock says the tab on top.
Oh no, not that heat map. This guy seems to have something. Let's see, what is he using down here at the bottom? Thermo. They call it thermo. All studies T. TH. No, that's not enough. Oh, is it now that you can turn it on to almost everything? Cool. Yeah, so let's do it like that. Add a study. Moving averages. Do they have a volume weighted moving average? Simple moving average. I don't think they have a volume weighted one. Oh, no, wait. Weighted average, two lines, triangular, exponential, ribbon, adaptive. That's unfortunate. But probably, for most of the things that they're looking at, you can't get that. Oh, did it not add it? Haven't messed around in this platform in such a long time. I mean, like, it's literally been years. I don't know. It says I have them on here. How come I'm not seeing them? Edit studies. Delete that one. Settings here. Show lot. Inputs 9. Up signal, down signal. How do I turn it into a thermo mode, though? Well, I give up. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but you get these sorts of things because you can see the indicator over different time periods. It's kind of cool. Anyways, not what we were getting at. Getting distracted. Probably not. Let's see what their things they've got. Active Trader Pro and mobile trading. I really hate the platforms that kind of have everything like put together. So now I'm wondering, Ninja Trader.
Shemrock says I've tried it and it's not that good.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of a cool thing that they've got that's built in, but I don't know if it's. Oh, no, that's not what we went. Let's just go to here. Operations. There we go. The external data feed connection is a default connection installed with Ninja
First
Trader.
Choice says, do you use any auto trading scripts? I used to use one in Mount 4. Lots of fun.
Yeah, so I've developed a lot of auto trading scripts, but I never really found one that I thought was as good as just me doing my thing. So I haven't really used them. I mean, I haven't really gone live with them. I'll take one and test it for a week, and usually it'll take a trade that I think is just retarded and is like, that's not quite what the back testing showed, and so I haven't taken that all the way through. All right. Provides third-party applications. This connection targets those traders who have programming in which to create a market data link between their charting or custom application. Okay. So maybe I can do something with that. That's not what I wanted at all. I was hoping to get an idea on what would be a better data source. I don't know why I have that open. Okay. Oh, and this needs to come over here. I keep clicking on it. I need to just move it. Okay. So we're back into here. So I was kind of going through and going like, okay, so can I get through any of these? Like,
Shemrock says, what exactly are you looking for?
I'm looking for I'm looking for a way to get CHF in here. Chinese dollar. So here, when I'm connecting it as a Forex, so there's like some futures, for instance. This was giving me a quote, but it doesn't pull up a chart. So I don't know why this one over here was giving me a quote. Maybe it would give me a quote if the markets were open. I don't know. I guess I'll keep that open.
First Choice says the best buy I ever built was based on a wrinkle chart and moving averages, maybe 50-50, so I understand what you're saying.
So, but I want to get that because I want to try and synthetically.
First Choice says best one.
I want to synthetically create the dollar index. So there is forex.com. Let's see what they've got. Forex.com. Trade with the #1 broker in the US. Okay. So it isn't straight up a broker. See, maybe if they had an unlimited demo, 30 days. Nah, that's not going to work. If it's going to be a demo, it's got to be like forever demo, you know? Interactive brokers would probably give me the data that I want.
First choice says Renko chart lol sorry.
Hmm. Yeah, you can't do so building a automated strategy off of a Renko chart is a bad idea. And if you backtest it, the results that you'll get on your backtest are probably wrong. Man, CQG just doesn't give me what I want. I don't think that Rhythmic gave it to me either, though, so I don't know. Maybe I should go through some of my indicators and clean them up. I'm surprised that just go back and try out here again and see if there's something I missed.
Zachariah McGallen says are you day trading?
Well, not today. It's Good Friday. And seeing their IQ feed is not.
Zachariah McGallen says subscribed.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, I start every morning at 8:20 Eastern time, but today it's Good Friday. So today we're trying to program some stuff. But I thought, like, I did all this research. I feel dumb because I did all this research. I was like, okay, look, I got all of the things that I want. Let's program this up tomorrow. And then I get into it and it's not. Mm-mm. That's not what I wanted at all. What were they trying to link to? Free live data. Well, let's just. We'll try this. Hold on. I could probably. Oh, I have to select a country. Hold up. Oh, well, let me do it in the United States. That's funny. So what if I tell them Oh, where do I have to say I'm from? Where should I say I'm from? Not any like legitimate country is they're closed off from now. That's funny. Well, I don't think we're doing that one either. Mm. The thing that's frustrating me right now is that even the end of day kinetic data is not sufficient. And like I can get all of this stuff through TradingView. I can see it in TradingView. I just want to see it in NinjaTrader. Mm-hmm. Well,
Shemrock says TOS data is working fine.
It won't show me the dollar though. Well, it'll show me this one. It did show me DXY, didn't it? So it would come in here. It doesn't even show up as an index. What indexes do I have? It's mostly
Shemrock says you're
index things.
USD.
Well, I can see Euro.
Shemrock
USD.
says ticker.
You just do 60, right? So I have most of them. Let's close thinkers one. We really don't need thinkers one. Okay. So see, we got 6E.
Shemrock says 6E is not open.
Yeah. No, nothing's open, dude. Nothing's open. We're just programming. There's 6J. 6B. That one works. Canadian dollar. 6C. Canadian dollar. But then when we get into the Swedish krona SEK, Swedish krona, that one is really doesn't trade very much, but it does look like it works. I wonder if I do it as the Forex one, which doesn't load. Okay, but SEK loads. It's not perfect, but that one's probably okay. But then when we get to CHF, USD CHF future. So there's a micro and there's both ways. Let's see, doesn't load. So that particular one, I don't get dollar. I don't get data. There's an old one. Like the thing that I find so interesting is like, surely one of their data providers provides it if they have the instrument already loaded into the software, right? I just got to figure out where that is.
Shemrock says only Forex is open now.
And they're always like, "Oh, just get your free live data from NinjaTrader." Yeah, that's not helpful. FXCM. I was in 2019. It doesn't, and I don't think you can get it at all through CQG, which is kind of interesting. So I got everything that I need except for the CHF. Now, if I do Trading View, let's do that one. That's what I'm trying to get load. That's what I'm trying to get to load. No, I have all these still on here. I don't need those.
Shemrock says CHF is the Swiss franc.
Why is it not? Is it actually? Oh, you're right. I think you're right. Yeah, Swiss franc. Why am I not getting it? Maybe, well, let's come back here and search Swiss. Oh, so it's 6S? Oh, okay, so maybe we need 6S. Remove. Okay. And yeah. SEK is the only one for the Swedish krona. It's just like the volume on there is like 118. It's like pathetic. Do we not have a better one? See, there it is. I'll see on theirs. This one, it's a bit different. I don't know. Thick. Well, that looks correct. All right. Well, we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it with what we got. I think. Make a new indicator here. New indicator. Okay. So somewhere down in here, it's gonna be that. I want to reference my spread indicator that I wrote. Okay. So add these and configure. So we need USD, JPY, GBP, CAD, SEK, CHF. Okay. So this one will be 6E. Oh, actually, you know what we're gonna do? Oh, I did this in spread, didn't I? plus month. Like that. And delete all these ones. Six E, 6J, 6B, C, SEK, and 6S. Okay.
Lulu says thoughts on purchasing a Rolex? Financially worth it?
No. You're trolling. You're trolling. Okay. So let's just see if that all compiles. Okay. Why am I not getting the sound? That's annoying. Oh well, whatever. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna add some properties. Region properties and region. Man, what should it be? It's this one doesn't even have any, does it? Wow, it's gonna be something like that. Public series. Yeah, it is bars array. Bars array of 0. I guess it's just returns bars. Public bars array. Is return bars array of 1, I guess. So let's just start with that and say value 0 equals Euro USD of 0. Nope, doesn't like that.
Lulu says, do you see oil consolidating or going lower even with Russia and Saudi agreement, or has the market been overflooded?
Well, so it looked to me on the news this morning. Didn't really read too much into it. But it sounded like that they had made a deal, but that there was still kind of some question about it. The deal was agreed on by all OPEC and non-OPEC producers with the exception of Mexico. So it sounds like it's not over yet. But I mean, if they come up with a deal and they pull things as much as they say they are, I'm sure that oil will recover a bit. Hmm. R's array of 1. R's 0. And that's not a double?
Lulu says I have a theory of why Tesla will not fail, giving an advantage over the control Saudi has over oil. Them wanting oil to stay forever, etc.
Well, I mean, Tesla's not going anywhere. That's what you're getting at. See, if I do that, it's probably gonna... cannot convert type ninjatrader.data.bars to ninjatrader.data.bars array on line 74. Is that the problem? Okay, that built. So I had it right. And just a small little bug. Small little mistake.
First Choice says I'm speculating, but many millionaires depend on oil being above $30, so I imagine it will go back to above $30.
Why is my default chart like that? Oh, because I have the wick width is set way too high. Okay. Oh, even then, that's still not... bar width should be 1. There. Okay, now it looks right. Yeah, I mean, 30 would be reasonable. I mean, there was a point at which we thought, hey, $30 is like where it's got to go and stay, but then they took another dip lower, and I was like, whoa. I'm not like an oil guy, you know? So right away, I'm like, it's taking a bit to load. Maybe it's because it's loading 6 instruments and caching the data. They're calling on bar update on bar 0.
First Choice says my way will look back in these days when you can get $1. First Choice says a barrel of oil cheaper than a bucket of chicken.
I mean, I'm sure that at some point it will go up. The oil traders don't seem to have a whole lot of hope, though. They seem to think that it's going to be like this for a very, very long time.
Lulu says, do you think that dollar might become too strong? We might result back to early 2002 of creating new currency to crash it or even the field.
There we go. That's the last bite of my bagel. Sorry. I mean, I don't think that they're going to get too strong. Like, we're not anywhere close to what we were like in 2008, are we? I probably would have to come over here to look at that. Look at that. Not even close to what we were in 2001. Interesting. Well, I mean, we didn't create a new currency. I guess we are higher than we were in 2008. But that one makes sense because, you know, the currency has been stronger since Donald Trump has gotten in charge. So I'm still of the opinion that a lot of the impacts that we're seeing right now are going to be temporary, pretty temporary. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if by the time the election comes around that it's all deep in the distant past. Okay, so it's giving me error on bar 122. So on bar 122, doesn't have. Okay, well, let's just add a quick if what's the name of the property? Multi-time frame and instruments. If bars in progress.
Zachariah McGallen says, my brother trades the British pound.
Okay. And he is in the U.S.? Where does he live? Let's try that.
First choice says what indicator or script are you developing?
So I'm trying to synthetically create the dollar.
Shemrock
index.
says JavaScript is so much easier to use.
No. You're crazy. You've clearly never written something complicated in JavaScript. Oh, is it still doing it? Oh, I'm going to try that again. F5. The robot that reads your guys' messages back out, I wrote in JavaScript. And man, dealing with how would I
Shemrock
explain
says many
it?
think script under my belt.
Though dealing
Zachariah McGallen says yes, he's into Forex.
Dealing with the data concurrency issues wherein like things don't happen in a sequential manner can be really frustrating in JavaScript sometimes. Like they've gotten the language to where it's like a serious language, and then you got all that nonsense. It's not nonsense. It's part of what makes it
Jokel
so
says
powerful.
Morse code is easiest if you really think about it.
But like going back to ThinkScript, like having ThinkScript is like a scripting language compared to like having a fully fledged language like C#. I can literally create any kind of chart that I want. For instance, let's open up a new chart here, and we'll do 30-minute ranges, and then I will add in my range histogram. Just do the basic one. Oh, we need way more data than that. Let's load a whole year. There you go. Now look at that. So now you can see. Let me make it really big for you. A distribution profile. Distribution profile of how far the E-mini tends to go in a 30-minute time period. Go make that in ThinkScript. Maybe it's possible. I think it would be really hard though. But I can literally create my own chart type. I can draw my own chart. Or we got these things. These are 30-minute time periods. But I've created my own data series that I can put on top of it. How come it's not showing up? Here's an ES, but we'll make it day. Or actually, we'll make it minute, but we'll make it 144. 1440 or whatever it is. And we'll make them multi-period candles. There you go. So now you get, we need to increase. Well, you get the idea. So now this candle back here is the day candle. And then you got the 30-minute candles on top of them. Cool, right? One of the powerful things that you can really only do in NinjaTrader. Okay, anyways. bar 122. I think that I'm going to have to add, I have something to debug here. So it's like current bar debug tool. Yep. And it says bar 122. Way back here, huh?
First choice says I like that.
It's a very useful data to have too. It's not just like cool, it's It's an essential thing if you want to scalp. Okay. Why would it all of a sudden not have that bar? So this is the issue that you get with multi-time frame. The indicators is, if it doesn't have the time frame, if it doesn't if the bars don't match up correctly, you get all of these weird errors. What on bar 2?
Lulu says I know the word has become mainstreamed used. Though I think we are approaching our priced in numbers. TLT seems to be acting normal once again.
Well, I wouldn't. I'm not so sure I agree with that. The TLT is the 20-year ETF one, right? Yeah. So the issue I see in bonds is that it seems like that the market doesn't want to interact with it right now. The liquidity is still incredibly low. We're still in like flash crash type numbers. They're not putting the liquidity up. When it does move, it moves very quickly and not on a whole lot of volume.
Ken Young says what market is open today?
Bitcoin. None of the futures markets are open today. This is that kind of that weird one. By the way, we never looked at that. They did that data release. I'm still really surprised. Okay.
Shemrock says I got a few market profile scripts that does that for TOS and you can upload all of them on your chart with one share link.
So negative spot 4 versus negative spot 3 expected. The previous reading of spot 1. So consumer prices did come down a little bit and a little bit more than expected. But that's with oil. That's with oil. Right. When you exclude food and energy, it's just negative spot 1, which is bad, but not that bad. Especially if it only stays like that for a month. I'm just so surprised that they didn't move the CPI data release, Whatever. It's kind of it doesn't make much sense to me, but they did what they did. Anyways, so this whole thing is kind of a little weird because here I am. I'm adding 6E to a 6E chart. The same data time frame. And then when I try and come in here and set, it says that it doesn't have the bar. Like, what? How is that a thing? Now it's giving me on bar 2. After I made all those changes, it's bar 2. What if I say that it has to do it when the main data series is going? Okay. Oh wait. Okay. So still having the same issue. And why don't I have this problem in my other multi-time frame? Let's try my spread candles. So I get out if it's on here. And then otherwise we're fine. And then I print the things. So weird. So weird. Okay. Okay. Same thing. Error calling on bar update on bar 2. It is down here that let's just double check. Make sure that it really is doing what I think it is. Because I really don't understand why it wouldn't be available. How is it calling that bar if it doesn't have it, Like what? Doesn't make any sense. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. Oh, actually, you know what? X that. I did continue over here, right? Yeah. says that there's 2 bars in there, but there's not.
Shemrock says dollar index is dropping a bit.
He says that there's not one in 0 or 1. What about bars array 1, count is 0, count is 0. But current bar is 2. Let's just update it like that then and see what that does. For the spread,
Shemrock
it's
says
20.
TOS ticker for dollar is dollar $DXY by the way.
Yes and no. But we're trading futures, so that's not really very useful. So what am I waiting for? No, it's done. Okay. You know what? We need to get our workspace set up a little bit better here. Because I'm constantly moving windows around and shit. This you probably don't need to see. Okay. Closes. One. There's nothing in there. What? Wait, why is it? Oh, I know why. Because bars requires to plot is set up in the defaults. Okay. So now the bars required to plot is 20. Current bars is 21. Closes of 1. still doesn't have any bars? The what? The what? What about this one? Current bar. But count as 0. We must be running into some really bizarre edge case that only occurs. Well, let's test that theory. Okay. And it's fine. What the fuck? Well, this is incredibly confusing. What am I doing wrong in here? Because let's change this to 1. Same thing. It's the same freaking thing. This is such a bizarre issue, and I don't understand why it's happening with this. What am I? I'm doing something wrong. There's something in here that's really stupid that is different. Configure. Hmm. Instrument bars. That should work. I'm like banging my head against, man. When I figure it out, I'm probably going to kick myself. And it certainly is doable because I have other indicators I've written in the past that do the same thing. So there's bars array 1. It says count is 0, but then when I come into this one, count is 1,104. Maybe that's it. I think that's it. That's it. Oh my gosh. Wait. Jeez. All right. 6E. Remove this one. Okay. Okay. I fixed it. Man, so I was misreading the debug output. I was looking in there and I thought it was saying that bars array was 0, but it was really that value was 0. So, okay. I told you it was going to be something really dumb. I told you it was going to be something dumb. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way. Done. Sweet. Oh, actually, what we really want is try that. Back to where this all started. Was trying to use the property correctly. Good. Very good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. USD, JPY. Now some of these I might have to change. Okay. Math.how. Okay. Negative 0.576. Okay. Working. Times. So it's going to be something like this with 6 components. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll do it like that. Okay. USD, JPY. GBP, USD. USD CAD. USD SEC. USD CHF. Okay. JPY. Oh, did I already grab that one? Okay. Six E. Okay. Oh, JPY is the one that's the opposite, huh? But I think that's the one, that's what we want. Oh, no, wait, we want it in dollars. So I think that this one should be the opposite. And then 6B. We'll do FXCM 1.5. Okay, so we don't need to change that. I think that we might be good. It's probably wrong. But let's just start with there. Okay, cool. And then the whole thing is times 50 point blah blah blah. $77.32. Well, I don't think that's what the dollar index is right now, is it? Oh, you know what? We gotta just do DXY. Just do the index. Go. 99.560 is what it is right now. Okay. So we need to get back to this. So if the dollar is the first component, then it's positive. Actually, let's pull this up. Let's do it over here like this.
Ahmed Abu says hello.
How are you? Euro USD. Forex.
Ahmed Abu says I'm fine, thanks.
Cool.
Ahmed Abu says,
wait,
oh,
that's not
you're
what we
coding an algo?
I'm not coding an algo. I am coding an index. Okay. So your USD should be negative. That's correct. 6J. USD JPY. Okay. So it would be positive if we got the negative, but the 6J is the other one. So we're getting JPY USD, so it's got to be negative. I could flip that around so that it's named correctly, but 6B. GBP USD. 1.25, so that one should also be negative, so that's correct. 6C. USD CAD. Oh, okay, so that one's wrong. USD CAD would be positive one, but because I've got the opposite, it should be also negative. SDK. This is the same thing. This one is also negative, I guess. Six S. USDCHF. These ones are also offset, or also the negative. So it's I guess the futures are all priced in about. Oh no, I think that's right. Okay, let's try that. $99.37. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. 99.560 was what it ended at the end of the day. So we're close. But it should be an approximation anyways. Will it let me see? Oh, I can only see it on a daily. Okay, well, let's change this to a daily, shall we? Oh, I'm probably loading way too much data here. Hold on. I mean, it looks close. That's not bad. Of course, I can't really see what it is on a, well, so when we got up to the high here, it was like 103. And when we get up to the high here, it's also, well, it's not quite, it's close. So I think that when we use the future, could get some weird things because there could be like intraday things where it got higher or lower and you wouldn't see that. So if we were to do it on like a high low open high low close sort of a thing, then we would probably get a better thing. But then I would have to go through and like figure out the high and low of all of the different components, and I don't think that really makes sense. So it's an approximation. It's close. You could use it to see if we're going up or down. I think that does what we wanted it to do. So I'm happy. Plus, that Swedish krona, that's the one that would end up being a significant component because it's times the negative 0.042 or whatever. So if there's no volume in the futures of that, you could I wonder why that doesn't get traded very often. So it trades us feeding. Is this feedish? Krona. Okay. So I should go down through my list. Now that we did that, well, I guess I didn't think that was going to take the whole time. In fact, I actually thought that we would get further along on that one than we did. Hmm. I wonder if I can. I have some thoughts, but I don't think that we should dive into that on stream. I was thinking about can I create an indicator in TradingView that will export something and I can pull it into NinjaTrader? That would be interesting. But no, I think that what I should do now is I want to go through my notes here. Have a bunch of indicators, and I don't think I have anything. Hold on, I'll pull this over here. Let's just make a new one. Okay. So, got this. Okay. Mm-mm. Hey, maybe we should make a. Do I really want to do this? I'm opening up a huge can of worms if I do this. Man. I could make a Vista chart map.
Shemrock says wouldn't Helkin Ashibar give you the same results?
No. Well, so what's going on here is that the dollar index it's valuable information, and in order to get it, you have to pay through the nose from ICE. It's a lot for the data for that. But there's all of the futures, and so we just said, well, why don't we calculate it based off of the futures? So that's what we did. But I think now we want to get into a level 2 thing. Oh, I want to do it. I may never finish this, but I want to do it.
Shemrock says now I see why downloaded TOS.
Yeah. Well, you download TOS because you're trading
Shemrock says
different
it's free
instruments. You're trading different instruments, Shemrock. I mean, like here's let me explain this because I don't think that I think you ignored what I was saying. Okay. Futures. 225 fee per contract plus exchange and regulatory fees. Okay. That's awful. It's so bad. That's from top rated firms. I think it's different now. Mm-hmm.
Shemrock says right it is. Shemrock says I don't use for orders like I said.
225 fee per contract. Okay. But it's not just that. The data that you're getting isn't good. Right. Like if you want to scalp, you got to use something different, you know? So, yeah, you could have Thinkorswim open and you can have the dollar index out on there. But like if I want to write an automated strategy through NinjaTrader that executes and it uses that dollar index calculation in it, then you would need to have this. And your choices are pay $100 a month for the data to get it added to your CQG or Rhythmic from ICE.
Shemrock says oh I see.
Right? Or we can calculate it synthetically. And there's all of these futures traders out there that, could benefit from the dollar index, but they don't have it. And so we write it there. So that's why we got that. But now I'm thinking, so there's these things here. What do they call it? Order flow market depth map. We can call mine the Seth market depth map. There's so many different ways that I want to test it. So, yeah, I'm just gonna call it Seth market depth map. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a huge mess. Okay. Okay. I can use my where do we call it? Does this one have it? Yeah. Oh, that's not even close to the kind of structure that I need. Should we do it? Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Oh, and what did I use over here? We Yeah. What did they? I wrote it. Double. We'll call it max. Okay. So now in here, this footprint chart, is the footprint chart the one that I made where I modified it? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, yes. I'll make it public. Public dictionary of doubles. And I will actually, yeah, it is a double. And level 2 stats. Book. Okay. But what I'm really looking for is series. It's going to be a series of books. Then there's going to be an on render. And there's going to be a private draw book. And that one is going to be a depth book. Something like that. And then this one should pass in these things. Will that even compile? I already have something called level 2 stats, huh? About that. So maybe some of the names of things should be a little bit different, but all the little bits I forgot. Hey, it did build. Okay, well, it's almost 8:30 now, so wasn't planning on streaming for too long today. Get to regular work. Maybe I should have just told you guys I wasn't going to do anything and recorded a video. Oh, well. You're here. A couple of you guys watched. Thank you guys. A bunch of new people. So I appreciate it. I work on this thing, this market depth map. I'm going to have to work on my own. See what we can do. But that's just basics of it, I think. I think that's most of the data. So we'll see. We'll see what we got. Anyways, so I will see you guys next week, Monday. Should be fun. And in the meantime, stay profitable.